It's Temple Talk. On tonight's episode, Fox 29 reporter Jenn Frederick. Also, Philly rapper and Temple alum Bri Steves. Meet your hosts, Jon Dowding, Kaicey Baylor, Kalen and Morgan Kolakowski. Also with Katie Giggler, Tony Weaver, and Taylor Castle. From Studio One at Temple University, this is Temple Talk.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Temple Talk. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, and how are you guys doing? We're almost close to break, so I can have some kind of mental stability in like a week or so. How are you guys holding up so far?
It's only Tuesday. That's my problem.
That's the other, yeah.
I need to
getting
get
there.
through the week, but we're so close, so close.
Yeah.
Child, I can't wait to get on that flight on Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna be running to the airport with my bag.
How long is your flight?
It's about 4 hours. I have a layover in St. Louis though, so.
Oh. Kaicey, how are you doing?
I'm surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I think that's the theme of this semester is
Yeah.
that like, it's like people are like, how are you doing? It's like, that's how I'm doing.
You just give them the
You're
head
just
nod.
like, yep, that's how
alive,
I'm doing.
here, yep.
So, but, and we actually have some little news from somebody on our table, actually. We're sitting with homecoming royalty over here. So, Kalen is Temple's 2017 homecoming king. Give it up for him.
He's like, yes.
Give it up for him, everybody. Yes.
So bow down to him.
Yeah,
when
bow
you see
down.
him.
Yeah, so Kalen, how are you feeling now that your reign has officially begun?
It feels great. Honestly, I've just been working so hard like on what's next. Okay, I'm ready to just keep on moving, you know, but I'm still doing like photo shoots and interviews and stuff for it. So
We see you.
it was
He said he's doing
amazing.
photo shoots and interviews.
Hey.
Like, come on.
Every day.
Thank you so much for making the time to come on the show today.
Maybe we should have an interview of
Yeah,
him
maybe we should
sometime.
have, we're actually scrapping the rest of the show and we're going to just talk to Kalen and interview him since he took the time out of his busy schedule and all the photo shoots and meeting with Beyonce and meeting with the Queen.
Man,
This
working
is hard.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming today, Kalen.
You're welcome.
I swear, thank you so
Anytime.
much.
Just call me.
Of course, we will. Well, we have a great show for all of you guys today. From Fox 29's Good Day Philadelphia, Jenn Frederick is here. Give it up for her, everybody. And hip-hop R&B artist and Temple alum Bri Steves is here to talk about her new up-and-coming EP. But first, it's time for the breakdown, where we break down the hottest and most talked about topics in entertainment, current events, and everywhere. So, in the last few weeks, we'll jump into this first topic. The last few weeks, news about sexual assault allegations around a bunch of people in Hollywood have erupted. The news of this has set off a firestorm across not only Hollywood, but the rest of the rest of American society, pretty much. News also broke about sexual assault allegations against Kevin Spacey, George Takei, and Louis C.K. So, what effect does the revelation of these sexual misconduct charges from men have on the rest of society? What do you guys think that does this increase transparency? Does it bring the issue of sexual assault and harassment into the public spotlight? Kaicey, what are you thinking?
I think it's a hard pill to swallow because it's something that you don't want anyone to go through. But I also think that it's something that needs to be said and talked about. And I think we also need to appreciate all of the women that are coming out to speak up and against these men, because it's not hard to talk about something that's been done to you like that these are very personal stories. And then just me being a woman myself, women go through sexual harassment each and every day, and it's terrifying, and I can only imagine what these women went through is probably even worse than what any woman can experience walking down the street. So I think it is most definitely opening up the doors and letting people see like that this is real, this is actually happening, and we need to make sure that people know about it and we can do something about this.
Yeah, it's definitely making it more transparent. It's increasing transparency of the issue because it's always been there, and that's one of the things. There's a whole bunch of articles out there that are talking about like the subtle hints, specifically about Harvey Weinstein. There was, I think, like a BuzzFeed article that was like the top 10 times that Hollywood mentioned Harvey Weinstein without taking. And there was an episode of 30 Rock where they made a comment about it. And then Seth MacFarlane said it when he was hosting the Oscars. He made a little side comment about it. And people always just laughed it off and shook it off as if it was nothing. But obviously there's stronger allegations out there and evidence. So what more do you guys think? And what else are you thinking?
Since the allegations have come out about Harvey Weinstein, there's been over 20 high-profile men that have been accused now, and they're in all different kinds of industries. And I think that it's really hard, no matter who it is, I think it's hard for all of these women to come out. And these men are in the spotlight. So it's like these women have to have the confidence, and it's really hard for them to come out with these men because they're like, who's gonna believe me?
Yeah.
You know, they're in the spotlight all the time. They have so many followers, so many people love them. So I can only imagine how fearful it was for them to come out at first and really question, is anyone gonna believe me? Is anyone gonna listen to me?
Yeah. Because then you pretty much get blacklisted too, because there's the threats that the men in power make against them, saying, well, if you come out and say this, nobody's gonna hire you, and then you're crush your dreams. And imagine a rising actor or actress being told that. They're gonna, just put it to the side and be like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to suck it up and just move on.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think the best thing is that these networks are taking immediate action.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how Netflix totally scrapped. I mean, I'm kind of mad they scrapped House of Cards, but still, they scrapped House of Cards and they totally cut ties with Kevin Spacey. And same thing with FX and Netflix too with Louis C.K. How they, cut him to the side. Well, some good news that has come out of this in response to all of this negative news about this. CNN released a video series called As Told by Her. The series centers around 10 actresses and highlights their remarkable television roles. These roles for women have drastically changed since the beginning of TV, and this video series acknowledges the change women have had to go through to play these different diverse roles of themselves on television. So what are your general thoughts of this series and some of the actresses that were highlighted, what the work that the women have had to go through to be on TV? Maureen, what do you think?
I think it was amazing. I thought it was very inspirational. It's really cool to see how it is the golden age of women. And I forget what exact actress said this, but she said we're no longer just these black and white characters fulfilling these roles. Our characters are becoming much more complex. We actually have personalities, and they're realizing that they are given this platform to inspire. And a lot of them named different women in the industry that inspired them.
I love that part.
Yes,
that part
like one was
really cool.
Ellen.
Yeah,
and
somebody said Ellen and Lucille Ball and Allison Janney and West Wing, and they said how those were like roles for women that were non-traditional roles that kind of said to them, well, I can play anything then.
Exactly. They're no longer just this, a mom and a wife, you know? They have their own personalities. They are fulfilling all these different roles on these shows, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And they had Regina King, Emmy Rossum, Elizabeth Moss, and like it was a diverse array of women too. So it was really representative of, I think it was really representative of Hollywood. It was obviously still a lot of white women, but it was still a good representation of, the things that they've had to go through and how they play these different unique type of roles, especially like for The Handmaid's Tale, in that role that she has to play in that. And they had Samira Wiley on too, and she was talking about Orange is the New Black, and she was talking about Handmaid's Tale too. So it was just really cool to see how their evaluation of all of that. But so we're gonna pop over to another really quick topic before we have to go to our first break. Some political drama. There's just drama everywhere, I swear. Donna Brazile recently spilled all the tea about the Democratic National Committee and a leaked copy of her memoir. The Washington Post reported that Donna Brazile contemplated replacing Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine with then Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Cory Booker, my man. This stems from when former Secretary of State Clinton fainted on September 11, 2016. She also claims the Clinton campaign had an unethical agreement with the DNC to undermine Senator Bernie Sanders' campaign. So what do you guys think these remarks mean anything? What's your thought? Oh, Kalen's got a face. He's got a face.
He's
Look
ready.
Look at him. Kalen's ready. He's about to spill all the
He's gonna
tea.
explode.
Well,
What are you thinking?
listen, okay. At the end of the day, the campaign is over.
And she lost.
And she lost. But even to then, I think it's more of a statement on how politics, it doesn't matter how good you look, it doesn't matter how good you can speak or what you do, there are still there's still corruption.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
So I don't expect anything. And, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to say that now I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much corruption within our government, politics, everything. But when hasn't there been is the
Right,
real question.
exactly.
It's like stuff continues to come up. And it's like that's in the past. There's what are we going to do about it now? We got to look to the future. And it really sucks.
I definitely agree. I think it's just we're harping over the past and we continue to look at, although it needs to be discussed and it needs to be talked about. But there are a lot of things that we need to do to move on and kind of mend those situations. But
Well,
it's crazy.
don't go away. We have to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. When we come back, the always fabulous Jenn Frederick from Good Day Philadelphia will be joining us on the table to break down some other hot topics. But first, let's see my attempt at doing yoga with puppies. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Namaste, everybody. Hey, it's Jon Dowding. I'm here at Xfinity Live for one of the last puppy yoga sessions. Apparently, there's going to be puppies. There's going to be yoga, obviously. Hopefully, I don't fall over. I'm so excited. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, I'm here with Jamie, who is our amazing yoga instructor today. So, Jamie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And so, how often do you teach yoga?
So I teach about like 2 or 3 classes a week regularly, but this is my 8th puppy yoga of the year.
What first got you into doing yoga?
So I actually, I realized I needed a tool to help cope with the stress of being a full-time student, working almost full-time hours. I needed something for myself.
Where do you normally teach out of in Philly?
So I don't teach in the city, but I teach outside of the city in the suburbs at a studio called Yoga Love in Yardley.
We were talking on the subway ride up here, and I was like, I'm like praying I don't adopt a dog today because I can't afford myself, let alone another living being. So thank you so much for an awesome class. I'll definitely do some more yoga and like work on my core strength because summer bodies are made in the winter. I think you guys can agree with that. So thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you so much.
So Caitlin, how many of the puppy yogas have you been involved with?
Our first one was in April, so we've had probably like 6 or 7. I can't remember offhand, but they have all been really great. So we've done them with Pennsylvania SPCA, and we've also done it with PAWS, and all of them have had really great turnouts. We've seen anyone from like 20 people to like we saw high-end like 70 people for the one. So it's been a really great event. It's been really fun.
And what made you guys think of the idea of doing puppy yoga?
Well, actually, 1100 Social's general manager, Erin, came to me in the beginning of the year and saw that viral video with the goat yoga. Yeah. And she was like, we need to do that, but with puppies. I was like, I'm in. Let's do it. So we put it together. I reached out to PAWS, and they were into it. So it just like kind of grew from there. And then we brought PSPCA in, and it's just like, it's been doing really well. So we've loved it. Everyone's really liked it.
Do you know if they've gotten a lot of people who've adopted the dogs from coming to the puppy yoga?
They can adopt them at the class, so we don't really know if someone from the class ended up adopting them, but there is definitely like increased interest in the dogs being adopted, which is always really good, especially because the shelter dogs need a little bit of extra help.
Thank you so much for organizing this, and we'll definitely have to come back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ramona, how do you like doing yoga?
Inhale, lengthen.
I think she's kind of shy, but I think she enjoyed it, right?
Forward.
Yoga's hard. It's not easy. I almost fell over like 1,000 times. My abs, my arms, my legs, everything hurts. I need to do more yoga / just go to the gym and eat better, but it's fine. Okay, I'll see you guys in the studio. And someone who is used to doing fun and crazy things is Fox 29's very own Jenn Frederick. Jenn, how are you doing today? Guys, give it up for Jenn.
Good.
Thank you so much for coming today.
I'm just happy to be included with all of you professionals.
Exactly.
I don't know if we're 30 yet. We'll find out.
We are, obviously. So, a little birdie told us that you were in London a little while ago.
So I'm about to drop some names and pick them back up. You're cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes,
'cause we
please,
have no
please.
receipts,
Yeah,
apparently.
so I work for Fox Television, right? And so they have a big movie called Murder on the Orient Express. It's a remake. And Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Her face, Morgan's face just dropped.
Some other cute boys that are British.
Yeah, just list them. It's okay. You already
Kenneth
got right.
Branagh, he's an older British actor.
Okay.
So yeah, like it was like they're saying it was like the largest cast
Wow.
in the past 10 years. And so the world premiere was in London, and it was one of the biggest premieres I've ever covered. It was very cool. The Vamps were there, which apparently they're like the new One Direction.
The Vamps?
The Vamps,
Okay.
they're a thing.
Who is that?
Interesting.
Yeah.
They're
and,
irrelevant, but
so
okay.
yeah, it was fun yet hard. You guys know how it is to interview people, but we had not seen the movie yet, right? So you interview them before the movie, and then you see the movie, and then you interview them again, like in a hotel thing. But it was super fun. I love London. It's my favorite overseas city.
And where else have you traveled? What other movies have you, like big, memorable movies, have you gone to premiere-wise?
Well, you know what's funny is that sometimes the animated movies, which isn't like, Titanic, will send you to a better location. And part of it is, the movie companies, they're not silly. I'm not a movie critic. I'm just, I work for Fox affiliate. But they want to like impress these, movie critics, right? So like for the movie Rio, do you guys remember Rio?
Yeah.
I went to Rio.
Wait, really?
I went to Rio with
That's
like Jamie Foxx and Anne Hathaway
Oh, you
on the
live
beach.
Gosh,
Yes. Now the funny thing about that is, our show is now it's from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. right? So it's 6 hours, and at that point it was probably like 3 or 4 hours. And so because I was on location, my boss wanted me to like basically co-host the show from Rio for like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. And
Oh, that's easy.
Super. Yeah. So part of the problem was the production guys there are speaking Portuguese, right? So when my guys here in Philly were like, we need a bump shot of the beach, these guys were like,
You don't have any nobody like.
no, and I speak several languages, and of course
What do you speak?
Portuguese is not the one I speak.
What do you speak?
My number one second language is Spanish.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
I also speak Mandarin Chinese,
Wait, like-
Afrikaners.
Mandarin? How did you learn all of this?
Wait, keep going. What are the other ones?
Yeah,
No,
keep
so,
going.
okay, here's what happened. So when I was in college, I started in aeronautical engineering. I was going to be a secret spy. And yeah,
Okay.
I support it.
thank you. And but then I was like, do I want to be a secret spy or do I want to be on TV? But so I spoke several like out of the way languages, and then my first TV job was in Laredo, Texas, and so that's Spanish. And my dad was like, this is the one you're actually going to use. But my dad lived overseas. He sold nuclear power plants. Yeah. So yeah, crazy, right? So I would go during the summertime and kind of make my way. I was in college the whole time. So that was like what I did in the summer.
Yeah.
Some kids went and like babysat. I went to like China.
Well, on that note, we want to talk to her about entertainment.
Okay, good.
She's telling us about how she knows every single language known to man. But anyway, we wanted to kind of chat with you about what's going on with some current events, what's happening in the news. So everybody hold on to your seats because I was so excited for this. Disney finally released their full cast list for the live-action remake of The Lion King.
boy.
Social media went nuts when it was discovered Beyoncé would be starring opposite Donald Glover as Nala. The movie also has a stellar cast including Tony Award winner James Earl Jones, Alfre Woodard, and Keegan-Michael Key. All right, what are you guys feeling? I'm so excited. I screamed. I screamed.
I'm pretty sure you texted our group me right away,
Yes,
right?
now
Yes,
listen,
yes.
but see, the thing is that as a member of the Beehive, I knew this was happening for months, okay? I knew that it would, I heard the speculation, but I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. But the thing that is most iconic is James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Because he was the original Mufasa.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, so nostalgic. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
I'm speechless. Like anything with B, I'm all for it. But like looking, like I love Alfre Woodward. Like my goodness, like you so looking at that list, I'm just seeing just iconic stars and Black excellence, of course. But these iconic stars that I've grown up in watching a bunch of movies that I probably shouldn't have been watching at a young age. But I'm so excited and I cannot wait for this movie.
Well, you know what's funny? So Michelle Pfeiffer and Judi Dench were in that movie Murder on the Orient Express, right? And those are both like superstars, right?
Dame
Judi Dench. Michelle Pfeiffer cried when she first saw Judi Dench. She was like, she was so overwhelmed. So I'm curious, like, who's crying for who? Like, is James Earl? I mean, but she might get overwhelmed. She, like you say with Alfre, like Beyonce might be like, "Oh hail," because like that is the queen, I'm sure, for her, right?
That's probably more so the story, as Beyonce being more overwhelmed by being in the presence of these legends that have paved the way for her to even be able to act on this movie. You know?
And does she call Oprah? Does Beyonce call Oprah? Because like Oprah had like some success as a talk show host, and then she did movies and stuff. Yeah. Like I think that's hard to figure out how that all works. So like, who is Beyonce calling?
Yeah, who is she calling?
I hope she's calling me.
I want her to be calling me and asking me about that. But we're gonna also move on to something Jenn knows about it. So there's this new Disney show. And some more Disney news. Andy Mack became the first Disney Channel show to depict a character coming out as gay. Stars of the show hope this move allows for families at home to have more open conversations with their children. The show has also caught some backlash from some family groups. The episode has also been banned in certain countries, including Kenya. So what impact does this move by Disney have? Is it overall a good move by Disney? What are you guys thinking about it?
First of all, are they really banning it in Kenya?
They banned it in Kenya.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I think it's ridiculous.
Children that are kind of like in this age range. So Andy Mack is based in a middle school, right? And like every other Disney television show, it is overacted.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
poorly
like,
costumed.
"Oh my God, I'm gonna have lunch. You wanna have lunch? Let's have lunch."
But as a kid, you had no idea. I go back to
awesome.
shows that I loved, and I'm like,
honestly,
I used
truly.
to love this. I used to watch this on repeat. Like,
What show for you specifically?
Hannah Montana.
Overacting.
I go back and watch
Always.
that, and I'm like, what the heck did I like about this show?
So in my kids' population, in their classroom, there are like, children who have two dads and children who have two moms. So to them, it's kind of like, it's like food allergies used to be like, "Oh my gosh, peanuts." Now everyone, it's the same kind of thing with like, "Oh my," like they don't care. Two dads, one mom, grandma and a couple uncles. Like I think for the regular kid, this doesn't really have an impact in terms of like at home. That's what we talk about. Now again, I've seen this show, and the guy is like overplaying it a little bit, because he's just like, "I think Chad is so cute," and I hate that stereotype for it. Like, why can't he be his own guy?
I mean, and Disney Channel did it with Good Luck Charlie when they had two moms and they had like the kid came over for a play date with I guess Charlie, was that the kid?
Yeah,
sure.
I think so.
And that was a whole thing too. We talked about that last year when that happened. So I mean, I think it's a great move on Disney's part because like you said, it's something normal to this generation of kids.
Well, Disney came out and they responded to everyone freaking out, saying they strive to promote their characters to be accessible and relatable to children. And I think with today's society, it makes sense, it works. Maybe years ago I would get all the speculation, but come on,
And
we gotta
remember,
move forward.
everyone's always going to hate something.
Exactly.
Like we put white pumpkins on Good Day Philadelphia. The orange pumpkin people are not happy. And it's like, it's a pumpkin.
Right.
So I do think,
There's bigger issues in the world.
as long as it's not hurting anyone or any of that, like, it's all love, and if they're showing a community that already exists, these other people in Kenya and other places that don't recognize that this is where we are in the world, they need to go back and have their orange pumpkins all by themselves.
You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Well, and arguably the hottest and most talked about show this fall is the newest
Good
season.
Day Philadelphia?
No, surprisingly. It's the newest season of Stranger Things. We're going to talk really quick about this. What do you guys think about this? Have you watched it? I know Jenn hasn't, but whatever.
I do know gossip, though.
What gossip do you know, apparently?
There's a man and they're a love interest in the show, and in real life.
Okay.
Oh, okay, really?
In real life.
That's why I was
And they
like, what
got,
episode
in
is
trouble.
this?
They were going to the nightclubs and everything in London. Did you know about that? Yeah.
No.
The kids? Yeah. The people who are in love in real life.
Oh.
Which one's that?
Okay,
Which one's that?
You guys go.
It's probably the two teens.
That's it.
The two, like 11 and
yes,
9?
yes.
Oh, 11's too
You're
young.
right.
No, I think Nancy.
I think
it's
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy.
Remember,
and
you might think they're super young, but they're actors.
well, the
That's
one
right.
guy, the guy who, what's his name, Steve maybe? He like
Yes.
saved the day in it, and he apparently was just deported because they found him with a bunch of cocaine on him.
Oh, okay.
So
well.
that's
Shot
the person.
everything going down the drain.
Well, the
show
and why
is
can't he be
amazing.
grateful? Because he has the biggest
Yeah.
show.
Yes.
Like, be grateful, be cool.
And be responsible,
That
you
show
know?
had like 18 Emmy nominations.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was the
Yes.
first season.
And Will deserves an Emmy for this season.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay,
he's
because when he
amazing.
was acting,
It was an emotional roller
was
coaster.
acting.
he was acting.
Yes. It was an emotional roller
Yes.
coaster this season.
But I
watched
don't
it in
need
a
any
whole
more
weekend.
seasons.
I almost cried. Let's just talk
Oh, I
about that.
did.
Like it was.
I
The
did, like,
show
twice,
was
like,
amazing.
slow
There
tear.
was so much that was going on in
Yeah.
such a little amount of time. You have to watch it.
You have
to watch
Well, Jen, go back and watch it.
I gotta go.
Before you come back. Jen, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
No,
but
thanks for
don't
having
worry,
me.
Jen's not going anywhere.
No.
She is, again, this was a part of the breakdown, but Jen will be right back to play a little game of life-size Jenga with us. But coming up, Kalen and Morgan are going to sit down with an amazing Philly artist, Bri Steves. But first, let's check out the fun Kalen had at this year's Glow Jack-O-Lantern Festival. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Temple Talkers. Kalen Allen here. It's holiday season, and we're here just a couple of days before Halloween at The Glow, a jack-o'-lantern experience. Let's see what's all aglow. Right now, I am standing with the creator of the event. So, Debbie, how are you tonight?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. So, could you just tell us a little bit on how you came up with this concept and what inspired you?
Sure. Well, you have your sort of traditional haunted houses and things like that, and we wanted to do something that was for everybody, for the families, for the little ones. So we created an event where there's something for everyone. It doesn't have, it's not scary, but it's all about experiencing jack-o'-lanterns in a way like you have never experienced them before.
Great. Do you carve yourself?
I don't. Well, I go and I create a lot of the ideas. So you'll see different themes there, right? Like you see pirate ship, and you'll see carnival, and you'll see things like that. And then there are a lot of people way more talented than I artistically who go in and actually carve the pumpkins. And you know, moreover, what we like to do is we like to get the ideas from our customers, you know, from our guests. From those of you out there. So people say, hey, it would be so great if you did something with Dia de los Muertos, the DDM skulls. And we say, great. And then we go ahead and we make that actually happen. And that's how a lot of these ideas come to fruition.
That's great. Well, that is spooktacular. So here we are with Debbie Katz. Yes, of The Glow, a jack-o'-lantern experience. See you all later. Thank you. So I am here with our winner of the costume contest for tonight. Tell us your name.
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
That's great. So what brought you out here tonight?
I'm here to see some pumpkins.
Wonderful. So what inspired your costume for tonight?
Well, I didn't know what else to do.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
I figured a piñata is sufficient.
Well, hey, it worked tonight. You look great, and I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Hey there, Temple Talkers. Well, this is a great time tonight at The Glow, a jack-o'-lantern experience. I got my funnel cake, so I'm all ready for the holidays. Until next time, see ya.
We're back with a talented Temple alum who's making a name for herself in the city of brotherly love. Known for her contemporary hip-hop, R&B sounds, she's considered a triple threat in the game. Please welcome singer, songwriter, and rapper Bri Steves to Temple Talk. Thanks for coming. Hi.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Bri, so we're going to jump right into this.
Okay, lay it on.
Right in.
All right.
So first, as being a Temple alum, how did you balance focusing on your music career and also being a student?
So it was actually really hard. And I was almost about to drop out a couple of times, but, you know, thank God I didn't. But, you know, I spent a lot of my time outside of school, you know, working on my studio equipment and recording music. And so it was not the easiest to balance out, but hey, I did it. Now I'm here.
Yeah. Well, you got your degree in public relations, right?
Yes,
So
PR.
what made you want to continue education while, you know, you were doing your music?
Really my mom, and she always never wanted me to give up on school. And honestly, I was in here, I did it for so long, I might as well finish. But I really had the freedom, like being at Temple and choosing PR as my, you know, my major. You have a lot of elective space, so I took a lot of music courses, and it kind of just continued from there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
So I know that you are verified on Twitter.
Yes.
So how do you feel like being a PR major, how did that help you with being able to be like 2 steps ahead in the business?
So actually it was really weird because now that I'm doing music full time, I notice things that I've learned in class about marketing, about branding, just coming into play. So I kind of use all of those tips in terms of how to further my brand and how to be making sure that I look correctly and, you know, sponsorships and stuff. So it's really dope how it all comes full circle.
That's good to
It's really
hear. So
weird.
what I'm learning in class, hopefully will
Exactly. It'll help. It'll definitely help, yeah.
What made you choose Temple?
Honestly, my mom worked here. Well, she worked here.
Okay.
Doesn't anymore. But, you know, I grew up just thinking, okay, I'm always going to go to Temple. My mom used to work in the College of Health Professions.
Okay.
So that's really my base. Yeah, so.
Great. Wonderful. Well, you talk about this whole brand. So what is your brand?
So, you know, I rap, I sing.
Okay.
I'm a little edgy. My music is all about, comes from a lot of pain, a lot of aggression, relationships, my father, me just being young. I'm 22, still figuring it out and trying to find my place in the world. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
Now, what made you want to go into music?
So I've always been writing and I've always been doing music for a long time. I have a really big background on soul music, rap music. My mom played everything you can name it in the house growing up. So for me, it was always something that I loved to do. I could just never figure out how exactly to do it. So as I'm in school and college and I'm actually, you know, getting my degree and finishing that, I always had a love, man, if I could do this for real, if I could do this as a career and wake up and just do music every day, I would. So I didn't make the decision until junior year and, you know, yeah.
I support it. So tell me, what were the steps that you took to jump into this? Like, did you like have friends that were producers here and you were like, hey, I want to spit some rhymes, let's go into the studio, let's get it done?
Right. So funny thing, I used to rap back in high school. You know, there was like some kids that, you know, rapped. I kind of hung around them. And it was always like a joke. It was like, all right, Bri, you want to rap with us? Okay. I'm like, yeah, I can really do it. I can go toe to toe with you guys. And they kind of just were like, no, you can't do it. So I went home, you know, wrote some rhymes, came back, and all of a sudden I can hang with the guys now. So that's when I really got into like, okay, this is my hobby. This is really what I want to do. Until around like my junior year, I was always doing like shows here and there, or something that I love to do. Till I got called to come through the studio one time down in South Philly, and that was my first time meeting other acquaintances of mine that were producers and that made a lot of money just doing music full time. And that was when the light bulb switched for me, and you know, I was like, man, I can do this. I can do this full time. It's my first in.
Now, what do you think really pushed you to expanding past just like the Philly area?
I mean, for me, it was studying. So when I would look at people like Missy Elliott and Diddy and Kanye West, and I would just see, man, like, it's possible for me. If they can do it, why can't I? Right. It's not, you know, you just wake up, you make a decision. Like, I don't know, man. I just realized that I could be bigger than what I currently thought I could do. So.
That's awesome. Confidence.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yes.
So you speak of all these big name people. Now, I know I follow you on Twitter. And I know you've been at some big events because you were at when Cardi B got proposed to, right?
Yes, I was, yeah.
So what is it like now being around all these people that, you know, that you looked up to?
It's a weird out-of-body experience. And sometimes nerve-wracking. I don't let on how much I am, get a little nervous sometimes. But it's just weird. It feels like finally I'm where I'm supposed to be. And these people that I idolize and put on these pedestals, like I'm supposed to be one of them. I'm here. These are my peers. So it feels good. It feels more encouraging. Like, you know, Bri, you keep going where you're supposed to go. You know what I mean? This is your path, obviously. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. Now, we only have a minute
Oh,
left,
no.
but what are your future plans? Can you give us any details about what's to come?
I have some music coming out, so you know I'm finally going to be able to release some great content for everybody to see and digest. So that's going to be coming this time of the year, you know, very soon. And you know I got some great stuff coming at the top of the year. I won't speak too much on it, but
Okay, yes, keep the secret for that, you know, that drop.
Exactly. When it comes out, when it
That's like
comes
beginning
out.
of the year,
Okay.
2018. We'll be ready. I saw you were just at Spotify too.
Yes, I did a
That's
whole bunch of
exciting.
readings around. Yeah.
Oh,
That
very
is
cool.
great. That is wonderful. Well, alrighty. Thank you so much for joining us here
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And I cannot wait to hear your newest EP when it drops. Thank you so much, Bri, for coming to the show. We'd love to have you back anytime. Coming up next, Bri is going to join Jenn and two of our fellow co-hosts in a game of life-size Jenga. But first, let's take a look at the amazing artwork correspondent Katie Giggler saw at the Philly Art Collective.
I'm here with Erin Nicolette, who is also a Temple grad, so we're super excited to be with you here, Erin. So what does it mean for you to be at an art show like this tonight?
This is just like an opportunity for me to try to get out there. I really just started doing this, so I really need to get my name out, so pretty much why I'm doing it, yeah.
Absolutely. And a lot of your work is here behind us, and it's amazing. So what are some of the things that inspire you and influence you to create all these portraits?
Really, I just love painting people that inspire me, like, musicians, artists, and I try to capture their energy into the painting, how I paint. Like, it's pretty much as simple as that, yeah.
I'm here with Kingsley, who's going to be performing tonight, actually. So, hi, Kingsley, how are you?
How you doing? I'm good.
So, tell us a little bit about what we can expect from your performance tonight.
Got you. So tonight I'll be doing some of my original works, and what I like to do with that is also dance with my music. And it's going to be brilliant. I think it's going to be really good.
So what kind of music do you play? Tell us a little bit about your style, influences.
For sure. So originally I'm a ballet dancer. That's what I do. But I love soul music, right? And I think that was my idea, was to connect ballet with soul music, which is kind of weird. But I've done it, and that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. So soul experimental is what I call it. Fusing dance and music, my goal. So yeah.
That sounds so unique. I've never heard of anything like that, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have a couple friends coming as well that just randomly get up if they feel it. My music is very, it evokes the spirit. So like, if you feel it, you can dance as well. Yeah.
I'm here with Martel, who is the curator of Philly Art Collective. Martel, are you so excited for tonight?
I am very excited for tonight. This is our 20th exhibit, so it's a special night for us all.
So what do these artists mean to you then?
These artists are like my brothers and my sisters, but more so they are just like me. At one time in my life, I wanted to present my art to the Philadelphia community, and I didn't find any resources to do so, so I thought I should just create a way.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Now, in an attempt to get to know our guests a little more and have some fun, we decided to play a game of life-size Jenga. Now, the rules are simple. Take a block from the tower without knocking it down. First to knock the tower down has to pay my tuition.
Okay.
Guys ready?
Oh, no.
Right? All right,
Oh,
Bri,
man.
it's you.
Bri, you go.
I'm not trying to go broke on that tuition.
You already know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch you and see what you do because slick.
That's safe, actually.
That's very
Yeah,
that's a
that's so
very
safe.
safe
That's
move.
very safe.
Take
Okay.
some notes. You're
Yes,
going
Bri.
down. All right. So I take one of these.
Yeah, take one of the questions.
Okay. Do you prefer Snapchat stories or Instagram stories? That's no question. Instagram stories.
But I like Snapchat for the stories I can't post on Instagram
Yeah.
stories. That's the reason I like Snapchat stories.
You know what? You're right. Snapchat, you can be yourself.
Snapchat, you can be you can be more goofy yourself.
You got to be careful though.
I'm really.
Be careful.
Well,
No,
no. That's
wait a minute. You're a team and we're a team?
No, it's individual. Because we total are not paying her tuition.
Oh,
So you would pay her tuition.
I mean, if you total want to pay my tuition, I am all for
That's
it.
fine.
Okay.
No. I'm like, I don't trust.
Choose wisely.
Ooh. I'm like, I do things fast though, so like, okay, there we go. Slick. Okay, let's see. What's this question? What is a secret you have never told anyone? I'm a pretty open person.
You said it's a secret?
Yeah, a secret I've never told anyone. I'm a pretty open book. Let's see. A secret I've never told anybody. I really can't think of nothing. And plus my parents are in the audience, so I'm gonna act like I'm a good child. So I have no secrets.
Lame.
Because I'm a good kid.
Well, they know you're lying.
They do, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
I think you kind of.
Have fun paying your own tuition. I saw that shake.
Oh, they're so firm. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm not good at this game.
Go.
That's why we made. Oh, you trying to end one?
She's bold.
Yeah, that's bold.
And beautiful. That's
Okay, Kaicey.
Oh man.
You know, some people have the talent.
Okay.
Some people just got it.
You know, I'm not gonna say anything.
What is the worst present you have ever received, and who did you get it from?
Oh.
Well.
You said well.
I don't know if it was a present, but one of my family members, I'm not gonna say who it was, thought that, you know, for Christmas, she was gonna give me a sweater. And it was the ugliest sweater I've ever seen in my life. It had a reindeer, but the reindeer looked like demonic.
Ew.
Yeah, and she made me wear it to church and to everywhere.
Why would you wear a demonic reindeer to church?
Well, she thought it was cute.
But it's a demonic reindeer. Did she make it herself or did she buy it?
I was 10. I had no other option.
Did you give it back?
It got lost. Let's just say that. It got lost. It got lost.
All right, Jen.
All right, I have to say, I was going to go with this sidey side here.
See?
But because you went there, I have to go, I'm going to go middle.
Uh-oh. No
Okay,
pressure.
hold on. We're not.
She was like,
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
I got it.
It's so scary once you put
That's what I said.
Ooh. She's about to take out 3. Now that's really
Hold on,
bold.
hold on. I have to take this because I already started it, right? Is that the rule?
Sure. Yep, sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on.
I'm terrified
I
of this
feel the
right
check
now.
coming in my pocket.
Here's the best part. I told you I started in engineering. Dun,
Ooh,
dun.
yes, Jen.
Now I'm going to tidy up a little bit because,
She really.
I mean, come on.
We're a little bit
It's
messy.
going to help. It's going to help.
Every time somebody does it successful, I'm like happy for them, but I'm also like.
I know. Now I'm kind of like, man, I gotta go next.
Okay. Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, this is not cool.
What is it?
Oh wow. Wow.
You gotta say it. What is it?
What's the weirdest sound you can make with your mouth? I really can't make any. Okay.
Don't look at me.
You know like 20 languages. There's
Claro que sí. Obviamente, presidente. I don't know.
Okay, Bri.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out what I. Oh!
That was.
That was slick.
Okay.
Slick.
She was like, ba-boom.
Yes.
I was looking at it the whole time, like, I hope they don't get it. I hope they don't get it. Okay. Please don't give me a question. Why do I get all the... Okay, do you prefer Starbucks or Dunkin' and why?
I already know what I'm going to say.
This is hard.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Starbucks.
Thank you.
Because I'm more bougie now.
Thank you.
And I like the Frappuccinos. I think the quality is just better, the service is better. And really it's only because they put the name on the cup and I like them saying it makes me feel famous.
I just like it. I'm like really bougie and I have like the gold card and it has like my name on it.
There's a gold card?
You did. If you have like the rewards thing, if you go a certain amount of times in the year, you get like stars, and after you get a certain amount of stars,
That's levels.
Yeah. You're
I'm
not an
levels.
app guy, are you? I hate when they order ahead of me because
Oh
it's
no,
an
I don't
app.
do that
Yeah.
because I'm
That
never
is
decisive.
cold.
I'm
That
never
is cold.
decisive. Oh no.
It's okay.
Never mind, because I'm not paying your tuition. Nope.
You want to pay my rent?
No. What if I take this one off?
No.
That's not.
No?
That's
Okay.
cheating.
I just figured I'd try it out and see. Ooh.
Well, it's cheating.
Okay. Bet. Oh, you guys clap for them, but not me, okay? That's fine. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
It wasn't as bold.
Don't worry about it. No, it's fine.
It was safe.
I'm gonna get another weird one.
We all do safe ones sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a good question. Who would you haunt if you were a ghost? Trump.
Oh, that's a good one.
Next. Thank you.
Now that's bold.
Thank you.
That's bold.
That's bold. Trump. Yeah, all right, Kaicey, go ahead. Yeah, not so easy, is it?
I hear somebody talking about me in the audience. Y'all making
You can't touch you like you're trying all the Dunkin' Donut holes.
I don't know which one to
I
do.
like this one. I don't know. I think I like this one. You know
Oh.
Oh.
You put it on that side? Wait.
Kaicey,
Does
no,
it matter?
Balance.
Yeah, balance.
Oh, I don't know. I was just putting it. It looks more shaky now. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to pick a.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want y'all to pay my tuition. If anyone could be your Snapchat best friend, wait.
If everyone could be your Snapchat best friends, would you be in trouble? Ooh.
Huh?
What are you posting on Snapchat?
I'm not posting anything on Snapchat. Me in my bed and in my bonnet.
Okay.
In your bonnet.
I mean, that's just being honest.
Well, if the bonnet creates this hair, the bonnet's fine.
Yeah. That's
Okay, Jen.
Okay. I hear some people saying no, like this is not gonna end well.
This is not gonna end well.
I'm getting a moolah today.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
That's, okay. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Oh.
Hi.
I had a heart attack.
Yeah, I'm a little. It's
I
a
had
little
a heart
shaky.
attack.
Oh, what is the craziest thing you've done to get a crush's attention?
Ooh.
Oh, man. I'm glad I didn't get that one.
Right. So first of all, I've been married for 137 years.
Oh my God, congratulations. That's a long time.
We get along.
Did you guys have electricity when it started or no? No, wow.
But I used to lie. I used to promise a lot of stuff. I grew up in Clearwater, Florida. The Super Bowl came to Tampa. I definitely told people I could get them tickets to the Super Bowl. Yes, dudes.
Wow.
I definitely
But that's
could not
kind of
get
smart
them
though.
tickets.
I'm not mad. That's really smart.
I definitely I would lie a lot. Like I definitely told people my dad was the governor of the state of Florida.
That's pretty
lying because
man.
I mean, I've always been this height and this, like this is the cutest I've ever been. So like, lying is what I've done.
Yeah, but good things come in small packages.
Thank
It worked
you.
out
I got
too.
you.
It worked
Right.
out. Yeah, I've been married for 137
All right. So.
Okay, Bri. Yeah. She playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She really is.
See, I mean,
And P.S. like,
God.
how long can this go on? This is like the longest game of Jenga already.
Could you imagine if? Never mind. I'm not even gonna finish that. Let me stop.
Oh,
She was smart.
she's
She
like,
was
I'm so
smart.
Bites the
famous.
Okay. What is the biggest lie you have ever told? Oh man.
I got a good one for that.
Oh, okay. Shoot. So many.
It's my girl.
I'm just kidding. Oh, you know what? Okay. Embarrassing story. So, so when I was, everybody, a teenager, they always have some story that they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I stole the car. Yeah, one day. So
A car or a family
I
member's
stole
car?
my mom's car.
Oh no.
I was out joyriding with my
Did
friends.
it come back in one piece?
It did. I parked it in the same
Smart.
space. But you see, when I got caught, I ran a red light. Yeah. So my mom was like, okay, so who drove the car? I said, it wasn't me. I don't know who did it. And she said, why are you lying? It's somebody like hot wired the car and put it back in the same space? And I was like, yeah. And I lied about it for 2 hours.
You're like somebody actually stole the car.
Yes.
Well,
It's the biggest lie.
I guess
Kept it going.
Lacey is going tuition on herself the next couple years.
I'm disappointed, guys.
I'm not. So thank you guys. Let's give a round of applause for our amazing guests
good job,
today.
guys.
For Bri and for Jenn Frederick. Next up, our correspondent Katie Giggler has been a busy bee lately. She traveled to the latest Philly pop orchestra as they perform the music of Elton John. Let's take a look.
You're too good.
This was too good.
You're
You're too good.
I know, right?
Uh-oh. Ashley, this.
Wait, I don't want it.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Gigler, and tonight I am here at the Kimmel Center, where it is opening night of the concert The Music of Elton John with Michael Cavanaugh, which is a weekend-long concert put on by Philly Pops. I'm a huge Elton John fan, so I am extra excited to check out what we have in store for tonight. Let's go! I'm here with Stuart Chaffetz, who is guest conducting the concert tonight. Hi, Stuart.
Hi, how are you?
So tell us a little bit about your conducting career so far.
Well, it's such a wonderful experience to conduct this incredible orchestra, the Philly Pops, right here at the Kimmel Center. So already it's a total dream come true for me. I've been able to conduct a lot of orchestras around the country, and this one is by far the best.
That's amazing to hear. And finally, how has it been to be working with music that is so wonderfully done by Elton John?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, when you put Elton John alone is awesome, but then when you have it with a symphony orchestra like the Philly Pops, it's like a whole nother level.
I'm here with Scott now tonight. Scott, how is your evening so far?
Great. It's a little chilly, I think. Fall is certainly here in Philadelphia.
It is here with a vengeance, isn't it?
It is.
So what are you most looking forward to tonight? Is it Elton John, Kimmel Center, Philly Pops?
A little bit of all of the above. Always been an Elton John fan my whole life, but love the arts and culture scene in Philadelphia. So it's kind of a great mix of both. And being here at the Kimmel, there's really no other spectacular place for performing arts in the city.
Are you excited to hear Michael Cavanaugh tonight?
I am. I've never heard him before, so it'll be really great to experience him for the first time.
I'm here with Ali. Ali, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
What's the song that you're most looking forward to hearing tonight?
All of them. I really like all of them. I just don't have any particular selection, but I just enjoy his music, his voice, and his genre. Love it.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much and enjoy tonight.
Best of luck.
It's been a great night here at the Kimmel Center, enjoying and celebrating the wonderful music of Elton John, and it was certainly poppin' with Philly Pops tonight. I'm Katie Gigler for Temple Talk.
Thank you so much to our audience for coming today. We want to give a huge thank you to Jenn Frederick and Bri Steves for joining us today. Be sure to follow us on social media to keep up with all things Temple, Philly, and entertainment. Check back with us in December for our winter finale. You don't want to miss a beat because we'll always keep on talking. Next time on Temple Talk. Woo! Yeah, I'm like so tired.